That will be a great look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Always nice to be comfortably inside that cut line. A wily golf instructor makes birdie. Out to the 6th hole now, where the action is underway. Let's check in on our featured golfer. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in. Roll.
Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie now in second.
We're at the 7th hole now, a Boston strong 600-yard par 5.
But it's reachable. There's enough mounding there. If a tee shot catches one of those mounds, it could kick another 20 or 30 yards and certainly make this reachable. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. This has been a great performance so far, but Frank, a long ways to go. Do you ever worry about complacency?
Yeah, sometimes it just looks like it's too easy. At the moment, the putts are going in, the iron shots are going close enough, but some things, they don't happen by accident. He's got to still keep concentrating right now. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. This is a cross-country special. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Just a couple of feet.
Par certainly won't hurt the cause.
There's still some time. Frank, looking at the 8th, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, is trouble.
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Nice par to remain 3 under. Hole number 9, Frank, 472 yards. Good par 4.
Yeah, if you blink, it'll catch you. Got the 90 yards.
Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the 9th?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good, solid par right there.
That was a great first day out there, Rich.
I really enjoyed it. We saw a lot of birdies, excellent play, and some impressive names on top of this leaderboard. Anybody's game. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship. All right, Frank, now to the 6th hole. It's a 465-yard par 4. What are the keys?
Well, it's framed beautifully by the trees just in front of the tee, so you know exactly where you're trying to go down there. 2 little bunkers on the right if you stray a little right, and if you stray a little left, you might just make it to the water.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Getting set now over the putt. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
He has this for par. Pressure's on to make birdies. Pars just aren't going to get it done, Frank.
Going to have to start aiming at some more flag sticks.
This is a pretty sizable par 5 here, Frank, the 7th.
But it's reachable. There's some mounds down there. If you keep it down the right side, hopefully that tee shot can get a little forward. And then that green, angled at about 45 degrees, very reachable.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee. Second shot.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. And he makes it for par. Coming off the long par 5 7th, now a par 3, 213 yards. What's the 8th hole all about?
Another hole that picks with the same theme. Really want to fly this nice and high. That narrow part at the front of the green really is to be avoided unless the flag is there.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the 9th?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Frank, here at the 9th, what are most players trying to do?
Well, you really have to be aware of that bunker. That's about 25 yards short of the green. If you finish up there, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the long bunker shot. So you've got to carry that, even if you want to run the ball onto this green.
Now his third, staring right at the green. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. They'll take it. That's a par. `11th hole here at TPC Boston. Frank, this is a stout par 3 at 231 yards.
Plays a little bit uphill, and that big gaping bunker just short right. Have to avoid that.
Headed for the bunker? Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination. It's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Putt for par. Needs one. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank?
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Beautiful day here at the TPC Boston in Norton, Massachusetts. This is the site of the Deutsche Bank Championship, part of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo.
And a fun golf course in front of us today, too. Really carved out of this wonderful New England landscape. 92 bunkers adorn the golf course, and, well, we are in New England, so you'd expect a little bit of weather. We might get a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of wind, but golf course built and certainly plays well in any condition.
Second shot, good look at the green. This is a good-looking shot. On the green, and a chance for birdie here in the first hole. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Settles in over the putt. Good effort and good par putt. Par 5, second hole, 540 yards. Birdie opportunity, Frank?
Birdie or eagle, but that second shot all the way across water. So you're going to have to hit a good tee shot to go for this par 5 and 2.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
So this is his fourth shot after the last one found the water.
Yeah, it's not all over, but right now, too, he's staring down the barrel of a very bad hole.
Frank, just been a really sloppy hole to this point.
Whew, just a barrage of mistakes, really, and, well, the best he can do, really, with a good one is to get away with a bogey, and that's what he's got to think of. Should be safely on deck.
He'll be pleased with that. The approach shot is about 12 feet away. Locked in on the read and the speed.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This is a case of anything that could go wrong. Not just probably, it did.
Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going. In the direction of the sand.
It looks like it. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or two. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
So Rory McIlroy now lurking, Frank. He is starting to close the gap on the leaders.
Yeah, 3 shots might look a big gap right now, Rich. But with holes in hand, that can quickly change.
Excellent looking shot here.
That's an absolute beauty.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
Away here with par.
Well, at last, a birdie. So through 3 rounds, just outside the top 10, what kind of a chance do you give a player who is sitting outside the first 10?
Yeah, it's slim. I certainly would not say none, though, Rich. You know, we've countless times over the years seen someone post an early one in and watch the leaders crumble at the end. Good opportunity tomorrow. Put a good round on the board and then just sit back and wait. And then remember, there's also the chance of a playoff.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. Well, Frank, just a great day to be in New England. You can see the leaves are changing colors. Autumn in this part of the country is really nice.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, you think about the great rivalries in sports, the Yankees and the Red Sox, Ollie and Frazier, and in golf, Nicklaus and Palmer. Great athletes, great teams pushing one another to great heights.
It's amazing how that's gone forward too because Nicklaus and Palmer really became Nicklaus and Watson. Then there was like Norman Faldo, but some would say that Faldo Ballesteros, 6 majors to 5 was even more important. But in this era that we're in now, I think we're all praying for that Woods-McIlroy rivalry. You know, Woods with 14 majors, McIlroy already with 4. That really is one to salivate over.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself that it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit. Given the conditions, but once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze, but if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
And he makes it for par. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards, another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Second shot.
Couldn't have done much better than that. Eagle is very possible. And getting ready for the putt. Whacking him and stacking him. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Now a 7-footer. Frank, you've navigated so many leaderboards in your career. This is the way to do it, isn't it?
Oh, there's plenty of holes ahead too, Rich. Third place, a really good position to be playing from here on in. Surely not.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. These putts keep the round together. Moves into second place with that birdie. Frank almost at the house, but still some work to do. 412-yard par 4 17th.
Yeah, just poke something down that right side. Really, it's the second shot. You got to worry about that big mound in the middle of the green. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, good chance to attack the flag. And now the second shot here at this par 5. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
He'll need to be strong with this. Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, that wraps up, as they say here in Boston, another wicked good round.
Yeah, maybe it's not the Yankees or the Red Sox, but it's one of the best courses in the area.
No doubt about it, my friend. And for all of us here at EA Sports, this is Rich Lerner for Frank Nobilo saying, until next time.